Good evening all, and thank you for joining us for Magee's virtual Humanitarian Awards event. My name is Rich Webster, and I'm excited to be here with you all for my first Humanitarian Awards celebration since stepping in as Magee's president in December 2019. It's been a pleasure for me to witness what Team Magee is capable of when faced with even the most challenging of circumstances. Rather than letting this health crisis interrupt the work that we do, we jumped into action to reimagine what rehabilitation care could look like. To date, Magee has served dozens of patients with COVID and on the makeshift COVID unit on the second floor of the hospital. In fact, I'd like to share this patient story with you now.
I've been here about 6 or 7 weeks. I came here May 13th, I believe.
That's great. That's good. That's wonderful.
What's that like to see him doing this now after all this time?
Yeah, absolutely amazing.
There was a few times where they didn't think he was going to make it, and primarily he progressed in the ICU, and once he got out of the ICU, even then there were complications.
Right. You might want to scoot a little bit there. I think it's hitting the seat aisle. Yeah.
Not being able to eat after being on a ventilator for so long, he literally had to relearn all of that.
So nice. It does get emotional when you spent a long time with people like that, right?
They got me up, got me standing, and they would lengthen the amount of time from a few minutes to a few seconds to 15 seconds to 30 seconds to stand as long as I could.
You know, yesterday he met his goal of walking 50 feet with just supervision.
In here. All right.
They play the Rocky theme song and they walk out. We line the halls and everybody claps.
Perfect walk.
They're finally going home.
We're gonna go this way.
A lot of these people haven't been home since March. You know, a lot of them are many weeks in the ICU in the other hospital and then many weeks here. So he's really, pushed through and come really far.
Every single staff member, clinical and non-clinical, has had to rise up to the challenge of the last 6 months. Our success throughout this time is truly a testament to all of you. But tonight, we are gathered to celebrate those members of Team Magee who were nominated by their peers for exemplifying the term healthcare hero. These individuals have shown unique strengths and resilience in dealing with the pandemic, consistently put the needs of our patients first, and are seen as go-to resources regardless of what else is going on. And I want to thank Team Magee for all that they have done and continue to do to get our patients on the road to recovery. Our patient and community programs remain as important as ever. Your support truly matters and helps us improve lives. On behalf of Magee, our healthcare heroes, and our patients, thank you.
2020 has presented unprecedented challenges, impacting all of us and all of humanity. COVID-19 has changed our way of doing just about everything. Jefferson tackled this unprecedented healthcare crisis and challenges head on, marshaling our resources and leading the region in COVID-19 treatment and response. Throughout the pandemic, no resource has proven to be more vital than our outstanding staff. From our frontline nurses, doctors, and therapists, to our environmental services, HR, finance, and back-of-house teams, every member of the Jefferson team, some 30,000 plus strong, stepped up and proved that we are truly better together. The team at Magee answered the call to action immediately, forming a dedicated COVID wing to treat individuals battling a combination of a disabling injury or illness and COVID, and starting them on their long road to recovery. While each staff member deserves a round of applause, tonight we'll honor a few special team members. These team members consistently put the needs of our patients and families first. They demonstrate traits and behaviors that are respected by others, and they are recognized as their colleagues as a go-to person, showing their unique strength and resilience in adapting to the never-ending changes that occurred this year. Please join me in congratulating those being named the 2020 Magee Rehabilitation Hospital Humanitarian Award winners. And thank you for joining us and supporting us as we carry out our important and meaningful work. We certainly can't do this without you.
Jerry Siegel has had an impact on me and on Magee like no one else. Jerry and Carolyn Siegel have rewritten the ideas, have raised the ceilings, and have moved people. June 28th was a very sad day as Jerry passed away and we said goodbye. From my standpoint, I see Jerry in this building every day. Everything I see, every patient that is trying to push themselves a little further, someone trying to wield their wheelchair, or someone trying to transfer, someone trying to walk. I see Jerry here, and to me, he lives forever. When Jerry was here, and I was here some 30 years ago, as Jerry was coming in as a patient, and he just wanted to walk. He put his mind to it, and he walked out of this place. They have been cheering on Magee as the friends of Magee and the friends of Jerry Siegel for many, many years. $20 million later, Jerry as a patient is someone who never gave up. He wanted to walk, wanted to transfer, didn't want to be a burden, wanted to take care of himself, bring everyone along with him. He was an amazing influence. He would look for patients out in the community to bring in here. He would volunteer, go into the gyms, and just talk to whomever. I am pleased to announce that our 5th floor will be now known as the Jerry and Carolyn Siegel Spinal Cord Injury Unit.
Good evening, I'm John Spagnola, and I serve on the board of Magee Rehabilitation Hospital. I have been on the Magee board for about 10 years now, and have also been treated at Magee as an outpatient. I have been to the Humanitarian Award dinner many times, and also served as MC. So I thought you'd enjoy knowing a little bit more about the dinner's history, now in its 33rd year. Our first Humanitarian Award dinner was held in 1988, and we honored the great Tim McCarver, catcher for the Phillies, and also a wonderful baseball broadcaster. We've honored the power team, leaders at PICO, including retired CEO Craig Adams. We had the World Series trophy here with us the year we honored Charlie Emanuel. And our health friends at Independence Blue Cross have been generous supporters. We've honored Dan Hilferty, Joe Frick, and Chris Cashman. Now we've honored the leaders of Aqua as well, called Essential Utilities, Nick DeBenedictis and Chris Franklin. And in 2012, we honored our friend and coach, Dick Vermeil. And of course, we have honored the late, great Jerry Siegel and his wife, Carolyn. There are many others we have recognized, and all have at least one thing in common. They all are difference makers who improve our community. The 6 people we are recognizing tonight are this year's Humanitarian Award recipients. They all changed lives, and they are all heroes. As a past Humanitarian Award recipient myself, I'm proud to be in your company. I also commend and thank you for your fine work and commitment to the patients at Magee. I hope that you will join me and support this event by clicking on the giving button on your screen. Please enjoy the program, and thank you for joining us. Click that button.
Hi everyone. Tonight we come here to celebrate the healthcare heroes of Magee, which in our opinion is just about everyone that works here. It's been our experience here that everyone is just absolutely astounding, and we're proud to be a part of this.
Tonight, we want to celebrate each and every one of them, especially out of the 30 that's been selected, 6 have become a finalist, and we will hear their stories. You will see all of the names of those individuals or heroes that has been nominated on your screen now. They all have been with Magee for a very long time, and combined, it's a total of 102 years of service that they have provided. To all of my Magee friends tonight,
Thank you for all the wonderful work that you do.
and to the honoraries, congratulations.
The list of endearing qualities used to describe Lane Brown include calming, great listener, tireless worker, and one who always puts the needs of others above her own. She is often the first person that family members of a newly injured patient meet, and those qualities help them to realize that their loved one is going to be okay. During the COVID crisis, while many were working at home, Lane made sure she was on the front line, supporting all of the staff members who had to be here.
I've worked with Lane Brown for over 20 years at Magee, and she is often the first person that I go to when we need help or need a resource for a potential admission at Magee. Lane is the consummate professional, always displaying compassion for our families and our patients.
Lane has an aura about her that she just calms everyone that she's around. And she goes above and beyond to, even if the patient is admitted to Magee or not, she still lets the family and the patients know that we care.
For always putting the needs of patients, families, and other staff members first, Lane Brown truly is a hero of healthcare, and we are pleased to present her with the Magee Humanitarian Award. Stepping up and stepping in is what Amy Orangaran did earlier this year to help lead the speech therapy department through some challenging times. Amy was already viewed as a go-to person by her colleagues, so it was no surprise that she stepped up to lead when the COVID crisis hit. When her department leader was out caring for family members, Amy took over by managing schedules and constantly briefing her team on the ever-changing pandemic guidelines. She was the first to raise her hand to serve on Magee's COVID unit, ensuring that everyone on her team had the right equipment that they needed to safely deliver top-notch care to their patients.
Working at Magee as a speech therapist was my dream job 11 years ago, and it's still my dream job. I moved here from Florida for Magee, and I just had a good gut feeling that this was the place to start my career. And I still feel really good about it every day. The difference for me on why Magee versus any other place is the culture, that it is the expectation that you do the little things, that you go above and beyond. I feel my job is as a speech therapist, but I think of my first role is I'm here to provide for my patients and my caregivers joy, support. We're seeing them at the worst time of their life, and they're scared and they're freaking out and anxious. So I tend to use humor to relax difficult situations. And then, of course, I do some work and I help people communicate. I help them chew and swallow. I help them get their mind sharper. But my goal is for everyone to feel safe and trusting. And then I feel the role of my speech therapy is able to go smoother.
For stepping up to serve when needed, leading by example, and always doing her best for her patients, we are honored to recognize Amy Orangaran as a hero of healthcare with the Magee Humanitarian Award.
Look into the sky, searching through the stars, wandering afar to find out who you are. Whatever lies in store, whatever you're looking for, remember you are more than what you're going through.
Falling star in pieces broken, endure the pain, body aching, prepare for change and work in progress, daily struggling through the process, confusing conflict, inflicted interest, unexpected changes, life circumstances, another hardship, overcome the suffering, many issues, this situation took its turn, can make or break me, come easy. Brave heart keep beating. This pulse will lead me. Spirit still strong. Faith to believe in. Soul awakened. System of support seeking strength from.
Look into the sky, searching through the stars, wandering afar to find out who you are.
We at the Riverfront nominated Joanne Rudy for the Humanitarian Award. There's no one else more dedicated than her in this building.
Joanne, on behalf of the Day Rehab program and the entire Riverfront, congratulations on the Healthcare Heroes Humanitarian Award. We are so very privileged to be working with you. I just want to take a moment to share a few thoughts about what patients have said about you. Joanne has given me a sense of possibility. She creates a feeling of happiness and hope in the Day Rehab program. Joanne is so patient, loving, and kind. She has unconditional love for everyone. Joanne has taken me past all of my setbacks. Joanne, we are so very proud of you. Congratulations again. Thank you.
Well, the reason why everybody, especially Day Rehab patients, love Joanne is she goes above and beyond with every patient, not only just for her job title stuff as a nurse, but she really kind of empathizes with them, really has a kind heart, and really kind of tries to go the extra mile with them.
If I were a patient, the main reason I would like Joanne as my nurse is she has incredible patience and just a kind heart.
For being loved by her patients and coworkers, and leading by example as a hero of healthcare every day that she comes to work. We are pleased to recognize Joanne Rudy with the Magee Humanitarian Award.
We share an office, the wound care nurses, the certified wound ostomy continence nurses, and the certified wound specialists, and the dietitians, and Keith. He is the person that has a wicked, wicked, wicked sense of humor. He keeps us laughing and loose all the time. And he is good about trying to figure out how to teach patients how to modify their diet so it's healthier. But he develops these relationships with these patients because there is a give and take always with Keith. He's a blast. He's such a nice, kind guy.
Keith is a healthcare hero, I think, because, well, if you'd ask anybody, they would probably say he's the best. He is always so caring. He always goes above and beyond for his patients. He's always willing to help others. If a patient is ever sad or they're not eating or they're just missing their favorite foods, he's always willing to go out and get it for them. No one ever has to ask him twice to do anything nice like that for others. He's just the best. If anyone ever has a question or needs help in any way, he's always willing to do it. If he doesn't have an answer for you, then he will usually help you figure things out. He's just, he's our go-to guy for everything, I'd say.
Keith brings fun and happiness to work with him every day, exemplifies the definition of a hero of healthcare, and we're delighted to recognize him with the Magee Humanitarian Award.
LaShonda is an extraordinary person and an extraordinary healthcare worker. She works tirelessly for others, not just at home, but here at Magee. At Magee, she knows every patient on every program that she works on. She self-initiates and takes care of all the patients. She anticipates their needs and then immediately helps them. This makes the patients feel safe and cared for and their needs met. Particularly on the COVID unit, she volunteered to come down and to be a part of our team. She would anticipate therapist needs. She would come into rooms where there was active infection. She would help the patients do whatever they needed. She would help the therapists. She did all of their laundry without even being asked because they were in isolation and families couldn't even come in to see them. She would spend time with them, she would talk with them, she would do exercises with them left by the therapist. She is an integral part of our team.
What I think makes LaShonda Bailey a healthcare hero is when the time came for her to step up to the plate when we needed to open up a COVID unit. She was one of the only aides in the therapy department to step up and do that, and in doing so she really took a lead in helping to just open the whole unit as a whole. And what has always been amazing about her is that she develops such great rapport with all of her patients. Everyone in the whole hospital knows who she is. She'll do anything, she stops whatever she's doing in the moment to help somebody. I don't think she really truly knows the impact she has on us as a hospital. So this was just a great opportunity to tell everybody how great she is.
LaShonda is the perfect example of someone who always puts her patients first and is a hero of healthcare. We are honored to recognize her with the Magee Humanitarian Award.
Thinking about Robin Perry, she always brings a smile to my face. She's one of the most empathic people I know. She's always connecting with the patients and their family members from the time that they come into the hospital. She is their ally. She is helping them through this journey of healing, and she is really a support person.
I'm really honored about this award, but I don't see myself as a hero because I just happen to have the greatest job in the world. What I do is come to work every day and make people happy, whether it be singing a song or dancing or buying somebody dinner. And thanks for Jerry Siegel funding, we get to do so many great things for the patients, from activities and PlayStations and televisions. And every single day I leave feeling great about myself because I was able to make somebody happy.
And for every single one of the patients and their family members, and also the staff, we have great ways that we can help our staff recognize our patients' challenges and also their celebrations. So she does things like, if it's a patient's birthday, she'll bring the balloons or just the celebratory spirit to the staff members that work with the patients, and then they deliver or sing happy birthday. We really make it a team effort, and Robin is just always focused on how we can make somebody's day. She calls herself the ambassador of happiness, and she truly brings that to all the work that she does here at Magee.
Robin Perry goes above and beyond to provide the best experience for everyone at Magee, and we are proud to honor her this year as a true hero of healthcare with the Magee Humanitarian Award.
So what you're seeing here are pretty much all of the items and the equipment that I have, and my fortunate for Kirby to be able to equip these items in the home, which has allowed me to be extremely independent at home and give me back. And not only I feel more independent, but also feeling safe at home.
And the way that these things come together to assist people, if we just go with the smart speakers, so we have an Amazon Echo Alexa here and a Google here, is that they act also like assistants. Something that other people take for granted, like a shopping list, Saria is the person that manages that, and she's able to do it using an Alexa because she can completely control the screen and everything just using her voice. Cameras in general around the home can make someone feel safer. Over here you have various different types of pads, and what's really cool about the pads is if someone is nonverbal or doesn't have the ability to speak, but they can use their hands somewhat, they can do it that way. And believe it or not, a lot of these devices even come with built-in things where they can see your eyes, so you can actually control it just with your eye movements. And once again, these are all very affordable. They're everyday products, and what's cool is when they're brought into the family's home, it works for everyone, including the person who's living with a severe disability.
And why this is what it will be helpful, and this is where we need your help, is that the funding and the support, just one item that you could help to provide this to anyone in my situation would be a tremendous gift to them in their life. It's not just at that moment, but it will be forever change their lives.
In fact, this whole effort is being led by someone who was a former patient here at Magee, and I'm proud to assist, and Saria too, in anything we can do because these things can have a profound impact on people's lives.
So the Humanitarian Award this year will be helpful tremendously to help the technology in general for the Magee patient, but specifically for the technology in the patient's room.
Monstrous ocean wave dragged me from my familiar back to life into a totally new world.
I lost a part of myself, and then I went to Magee.
Finding a reborn awakening.
Life goes on.
Inspiration has come from everywhere.
Our therapists, our peers.
A new beginning emerged.
A time to reap the benefits
of therapy
and fellowship.
This is a very tough journey.
But we have been privileged
to be guided along this path
by the wonderful staff at Magee.
I wouldn't know
how good it feels to talk to people who understand.
I would have missed
the opportunity to be inspired by my peers.
I wouldn't know
how hope can still exist inside personal tragedy.
Magee is the anchor, the fulcrum point in which we gather.
To support each other and to grow.
We look forward to seeing each other again.
And supporting each other in our journey.
To lead a full life.
Embrace wellness.
And all it encompasses.
We thank those
who have been there for us.
Caring thoughts and kindness
abound.
Developing a community with loving aid.
Thanks to the wonderful staff at Magee,
who are all
very special.
Very special.
Very special.
Magee brought us back home to ourselves.
How do you do, everyone? My name is Fred D'Angelo. I am privileged to chair the Hospital Board of Operations at Magee Rehabilitation Hospital. My family's been involved with Magee for over 50 years. My dad was chairman from 73 until he died in 77 to 83. And I took over as chairman around 2009. In that time, I've been able to work with the great presidents of Magee. Bill Stoss, who is just a legend in the rehab world, Rich Webster, our current president, and Jack Carroll, who served for 11 years between Bill and Rich. We joined Jefferson Health System about 2 years ago, and that has been a very fortuitous event for Magee and hopefully for Jefferson as well. It's been a good merger of the two operations. One of the best aspects of my job is I get to present the Humanitarian Award each year, and unfortunately, because of the pandemic in which we are faced, I will not be able to do that this year, and I will miss that. But as John Spagnola said when he won the award 2 years ago, the true humanitarians are the people who do the work here at Magee. From the docs, to the nurses, to the therapists, food service, to those people who clean the rooms. They are the ones who take care of our patients and are responsible for the name of Magee Rehab and its reputation. We cannot survive without the help of all of you. We need your help in terms of donations, and there are many ways in which you can give to support Magee. We have naming rights throughout our hospital that is available. Straight contributions are always appreciated, as well as all of the other events that Magee sponsors, such as the Jerry Siegel Classic, the Humanitarian Dinner, hopefully we'll be back in business in 2021 in person, as well as other events that our folks sponsor here at Magee. To all of our healthcare heroes at Magee, and again, that ranges from our docs to nurses, therapists, kitchen staff, our people who clean our rooms. All of you are heroic in this time. And indeed, even without the pandemic, you are our heroes. So thank you very much.
Hello. We close our program tonight by introducing two of Magee's newest team members, Pender and Liz, from our Facility Dog Program. Our Facility Dog Program is supported solely by philanthropy from friends like the Siegel Classic and many other generous supporters. We know that this program, amongst many others, is solely supported by people like you who have helped us change the lives of our patients. Enjoy it and have a wonderful Thanksgiving. Thank you.